Hello and welcome back to Quantum Suicide. In the last episode we reached quite a few death endings. One where we jumped to a timeline where everyone was already dead except for Melody, who was surviving alone with a gas mask, which was a depressing ending. Another where the captain fell in love with us, but a different version of us. Specifically, the female version of us, and we may have revealed the secret that they can jump from, dimensions. So, the form of the captain who killed us before is maybe our own fault. But anyway, and now in this timeline, we have seen Die washing their own hair, or whatever they believe their own hair is, because I made the mistake of calling them a program. So, but anyway, time to see where this leads off, really. I turned away for a few seconds.
Ta-da! How do I look?
The same as usual. As ravishing as usual. I bobbed up and down in pure pleasure at my response.
Now, the reason I'm here.
Yeah, that is a good question. Why are you here, specifically in the bathroom or the shower rooms? Isn't it to wash your hair?
That was a happy side effect.
Okay, a happy side effect.
Now, a little birdie tells me that you and the captain are vampires.
AKA the security system. Yeah, okay then. Well, you do run the game, so that makes sense.
Well, I want you to win.
Well, rather, you just don't want the captain to lose. But why?
Let's just say that I like you, so I want you to win.
That's a lie. If you don't want to kill me, why don't you just call off the game entirely?
It's not quite that simple.
Okay, then explain it to me. How is it?
I said it's not that simple.
Then explain it to me. Dai shook off her sudden burst of anger, regaining her composure.
In round 2, I suggest that you breed with Melody.
You really want us to kill the kid? Also, poor phrasing. Why would I do that?
She'd be by far the easiest to convince.
She's only a child.
And, as it currently stands, also the most unnecessary crew member.
That is a good point, but she's a child. You can't do that to a child. Dai, I can't do that.
You must win!
We must win, yes, correct. Because if we don't, we die. Look, of course I want to win, but I'm not going to sentence Melody to death in order to do so.
Fine. Enjoy the afterlife.
That's fair. Dai threw her hands up in exasperation, vanishing it on the spot. I remembered the reason I had come to the baths in the first place. I knew that the fringe embrace of the cold shower wasn't the reason I shuddered. It was the thought of sacrificing Melody that made me really shiver. As I finished up, Dai's voice came over the ship's PA.
Good morning, my Randy crew. The time has come for you to spread your seed, share the fruit of your loins, sow your fertile oats. Well, you get the picture.
Yeah, it doesn't help when you're saying it like that, does it?
If everyone could please report to the hallway outside the dining hall and form an orderly queue, it's time to get down and dirty.
I believe this is the furthest we've gotten into this game, because we've usually died beforehand. Down and dirty, and I just finished my shower too. Aside and pulled on my clothes, and trudged to the dining hall as instructed. Is everyone dead? I was among the last to arrive.
It's about time. Not that eager to become a father?
No. Yeah. Just let's get this over with, Dai.
Wow, the attitude. I feel sorry for your future children.
You're enjoying this joke.
Yes, Dai, we get it. He would make a terrible father and husband. Can we get down to business?
To defeat the Huns.
Meow, Captain. You're the boss.
Explain how everyone's dead, please.
Welcome. Today's the day you all become proud parents, or the undead.
Or denizens of the undead.
Each round takes half an hour. Within that period, you and a single unique partner may enter the dining hall to breed.
Why would you...
Once you have bred, please leave the hall so others may use the space. When the round comes to an end, I will announce the birth tally and round 2 will begin.
Okay, and does that mean you're going to say the tally, you're not going to say who says what, right? They're not going to give people names.
After 3 rounds, the game will come to an end, along with someone's life. I just can't explain how much I love this game. I don't know if it's the death or the breeding, but this game makes me so excited.
I'm glad it said excited. I'm glad the other timelines ended before it got to this far.
I'll be waiting inside the dining hall to join you together in your partnerships. Round 1 starts now. Toodles!
I leapt through the walls into the dining hall. I looked around me and saw the crew had already broken off into factions. Beatrix and Nicholas, makes sense, we're together. Of course, as was Shizuka and Katashi, makes sense. Melody stood with them. I sighed in relief. She would be safe with them, which is unfortunate. Nicholas and Beatrix entered the dining hall just as the captain approached me.
Hello. Would you like to breed?
This game is so awkward now. I looked around and saw that the others were watching over their shoulders at us, trying to catch the snippet of this conversation. Are you the vampire?
No, I am not. Are you?
I shook my head, perhaps a tad too vigorously, trying to convince the others that I wasn't pre-rehearsed.
Then, shall we?
I nodded. After Beatrix and Nicholas were done inside, Kimiko and I replaced them.
If it isn't the lovebirds we've all been waiting for.
Can you get this over with, Dai? Dai, I'd like to become a vampire. I will be Kimiko's partners in crime.
Captain, do you agree with this? You want me to make him a vampire?
The captain paused for a second, then nodded in agreement. Resolution strong on her face.
So romantic.
Is that how we're gonna die? Is she gonna trick us? Are we gonna end up with Therese Maltron because she didn't turn us into a vampire?
Alrighty. Please place your hands on the terminal so I can get you two hitched.
Together we placed our hands on the terminals.
Congratulations! I now pronounce you Mr. and Mrs. Vampire. You may now suck the crew.
Kill the crew would have sounded better in my opinion. I left dryly, without any real mirth. Thanks, Di.
Good luck, you two. I'm so proud seeing my babies all grown up.
We left the dining hall with relief. Di always managed to make the situation as awkward as possible. Katashi and Melody passed us on their way inside. Surprising, I thought it'd be Shizuka and Melody. So Shizuka's alone. We found a position on the by the wall until the end of the round, until Shizuka immediately approached us.
Hey, Captain?
Hello. Hi.
Are either of you the vampire?
No. Who, me? No.
Captain?
No, I'm not.
I mean, to be fair, all it takes is one person to say, I hope, because all it is, I hope not, because otherwise they'd be the weakest, wouldn't it? Shizuka nodded and seemingly content with our response. She drifted off, looking at like she was now scoping out another pair to interrogate. Melody burst out of the dining hall entrance with a very exhausted-looking Katashi dragged along by her hand.
I made a baby!
Katashi, how could you?
That's right. We both did.
Katashi,
I want to call mine Sprinkles.
that's fair.
Sprinkles isn't a real name, Melody.
Katashi, how could you be so cruel?
Why not? Why is Melody okay but not Sprinkles?
Katashi sighed, knowing it was impossible to argue with someone of her age.
Sprinkles is a beautiful name, dear.
You sound so dead inside. Moments later, the first round came to a close.
Thank you all for participating in Vampire Children. Here are the results of round 1. Ta-da!
Okay, the results were pretty much what I expected them to be. 4 human babies were created, 1 vampire child was created. Total 4 human babies, 1 vampire children.
Round 2 starts now!
If anything, that just proves Shizuka is not the vampire. Guy disappeared as I worked out unexplainable attack.
Sprinkles is one of them, right?
Yes, Melody. I will look after Sprinkles for you until the game is finished.
Cool.
Oh, okay.
Now that round 2 had begun, I needed to make sure that to breed in order to keep Kimiko from both Kimiko and me alive. The others were also milling around, contemplating who to breed with. Shizuka took Melody by the hand, leading her into the dining hall. Okay, makes sense. From the looks of the room, I had 3 options. Katashi, Nicholas, and Beatrix. If we go for either of the twins, they're gonna kill us. So, well, hold on. Right, let's go with Nicholas, I guess. Well, honestly, we should probably just save here. Yes. Nicholas, let's go. Nicholas stood with his sister. I hesitantly approached him, expecting resistance from Beatrix. Nicholas, would you like to breed with me? Nicholas was intrigued by the simple question.
I might be the vampire. Now, why would you ask to breed without inquiring first?
Yeah, sailor. You got a death wish?
Simply because you two wouldn't pair up together unless you're both working together. Okay, well, if you're the vampire, I'll ask Katashi instead. I walked away something when I heard Nicholas call me back.
Wait.
He had fallen for my bluff. Nicholas was never very good at reading people, considering how smart he was.
I apologize. I was unsure if you were the vampire. But now I am convinced it is Shizuka and Katashi.
Well, it couldn't be because they never went in at the same time, could it? So it would have to be Katashi. Why would it be them?
It makes sense that the vampire would use Melody as easy initial prey. Katashi bred with Melody in round 1, knowing that she will go on to breed with 2 more people without arousing suspicion.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Let us breed once Melody and Shizuka return.
I can't believe they're using Melody like that. It's disgusting.
Nicholas and I entered a minute later.
Oh, sorry. I wasn't expecting company.
Dai, we would like to breed.
Okay.
Straight to business as always, Nikki? It's one of your best characteristics.
That is true. I gotta agree with Dai on that.
Please place your hands on the terminals provided to unite your genetic code.
See, this game would have been a lot more easier if you just always said things like that. Nicholas looked slightly uncomfortable as he did.
Congratulations! You have successfully created offspring. Woohoo! Even quicker than usual, Nikki?
That's shots fired. We left, wisely deciding not to engage Dai. Kimiko and Katashi brushed us past us, quick to replace us instead. So that's Beatrix who was left.
Thank you again for another thrilling round. I will now display the results after round 2.
Okay. The result was were displayed again as expected. So if anything, it's the unfortunate part. It reveals that there's 2 vampires because it went up by 2, meaning it couldn't. It highlights it's me and the captain, doesn't it? Because we're the only 2 who continuously went in. Well, actually, no. Yeah, no, because even Melody went in twice, but Shizuka was proven the first time. Beatrix didn't go in this time. No. Shizuka, yeah, Melody, Katashi, us and the captain, so it's still a 50-50. It still highlights that there's 2. So anything, it proves that the twins and Shizuka are safe. 2 human babies were created, 2 vampire children were created. Total human babies 6, vampire children 3.
Which starts now!
1 more round and everyone would be turned. Okay.
This game is starting to heat up. It's gonna be a great final round.
Beatrix.
I'm glad you finally arrived.
Which, by the way, starts now. What? Okay. Dai dashed back into the fine dining hall. Before I could even consider the next move, Shizuka addressed the whole group.
Can I please have everyone's attention?
We all turned to Shizuka as she spoke.
I know who the vampire is.
Yeah, you can say it's the captain and me. How'd you know that?
He and the captain are both vampires.
Makes sense. Because you would never accuse Melody and Katashi.
Excuse me?
I'm really sorry about this, Captain. I know it's you and him.
I mean, that's if you're generally not accusing Melody and Katashi. What? Why not the vampires?
Yes, you are.
Prove it.
Okay.
I racked my brain trying to imagine what proof could be. It's the numbers.
In the first round, 1 vampire child was created. That means that either Katashi and Melody, Beatrix and Nicholas, or you and the captain are the vampire pair.
Yep.
In round 2, 2 more vampire children were created.
Correct. That highlights there's 2 vampires. So
only one of the couples had both people play again in round 2.
That's not true. No, that's not true at all, actually. Melody and Katashi also went back in. She was right, damn. She was more into it than she let on. No, she's wrong, because Katashi and Melody went in.
Which means that you and the captain have to be the vampires.
She's going to address the whole crew in masses once more.
If you aren't the vampire, I am asking you to not breed this round, knowing that I will die if I'm wrong.
Putting your own life on the line to prove a point? I can respect that, Shizuka.
Very well. Neither my sister nor I will breed this round.
Okay. Katashi nodded, clearly agreeing with his plan too.
2 children is already too much for me to handle.
See, even Melody admits that she's been in twice. I mean, it's the flaw in Shizuka's logic. Shizuka turned to the now despondent captain and me.
Sorry, guys. You lose.
Your logic is broken, Shizuka. No, we lose because of your idiocy, rather. Well, you lucky guess, rather, because you were wrong. You used the wrong formula to get the right conclusion. The captain and I stood in silence, stood stunned in silence as our world crashed around us. Dad poked her head around the door.
Really? No one's breeding? I know parenting is hard, but really?
No, Dai. We just know who the vampire is already.
Damn it, Shizuka. Stop ruining my games with your nerdy gamer logic.
Sorry, Dai. It's my only strength, so I'm going to use it.
Well, not even, because you were wrong. You got the right answer, so you were right. Your logic is full of holes, though. This is the worst part about being in games, though, because that's what they'll do. Social deduction games, people they guess the answer, assuming they're right, and people don't listen to how they're wrong. Appeal to the rest of the crew.
So no one wants to breed?
No one stepped forward. Dai sighed with disappointment.
I guess that brings this game to its conclusion. Thank you for playing Vampire Children. Still my favorite game to date, despite stupid Shizuka ruining the ending.
I mean, yeah.
And as you know, here is the final score.
Yep, 6-3. 0 human babies graded, 0 vampires. Yep.
The vampire has lost.
What, vampire, singular? Surely she meant vampires.
Congratulations! You've lost this round of the game, which means you've won an early exit from this ship.
What?
Sorry, Captain, but they were the vampire.
So the rules are getting changed, because she wants to keep the captain alive.
I know he was. I made him one!
Dai ignored the captain.
If you would, please do me the honor of spinning the wheel of fatalities.
So changing the game to keep the captain alive.
Absolutely not!
Having a rough time there, Captain? First Yoshiki and now them.
I was the vampire!
Yep. I was unsure of what exactly was happening. Kimiko was right. She was the vampire. I had just partnered with her.
Dai, I'm gonna have to agree with the captain on this one. I'm sure she is the main vampire, and he is Clyde.
Yeah.
Oh, and how do you figure that?
Because why would I go with the captain immediately?
I asked her if she was the vampire, and she has a really obvious tell.
That's not proof at all, you know, Shizuka.
Is it not? Kimiko lost her cool entirely. She was angrier than I had even thought possible.
Why are you not following your own rules?
Are you accusing me of cheating?
Yes.
Yes, I am. You're cheating! I should have lost! I did lose! Kill me!
What's going on here?
I'm sorry, but you won't be dying today.
I lost the game! They are your rules!
Yep. You're arguing with a killer AI.
The rules state that I have to kill the vampire if they lose. I intend to do just that.
I am the vampire!
Well, you certainly were at the end of the game. But I say that they're the ones who'll die.
Uh-huh.
You... I will end you if it is the last thing I do!
So, okay, is this technically a win? Because we've had to cause Dai to change the rules in order to get the ending that they want. I still feel like that's a sort of a victory. Dai left in the face of the captain's threat.
All the crew is to proceed in a calm and orderly fashion to the shuttle bay.
No, I'd just stay here. What?
This is more than enough drama for one day. Forget the will. Let's just get this over with.
First she was caught lying, and now she's was rushing to the execution. The crew moved it as fast as if in a dream towards the shuttle bay, but Kimiko stood firm, blocking the exit before I could leave. Kimiko?
I will not let you die alone. I will die with you.
I don't think Dai's gonna let that happen. Her anger turned to desperation.
Die, please! Please! Just let me die with him! No, absolutely not.
Why not?
But I lost! Yes, you did. Then let me die in his place. Okay, let me make you a deal.
Okay, the deal is I die in his place, but...
Anything. Give me a moment alone with him. After that, I'll throw you both out the airlock. How does that sound?
That's obviously suspicious. Dad was talking to her in the calm but condescending way, like a parent trying to reason with a child throwing a tantrum. I barely reacted at all to this. It seemed so surreal, since receiving the news that I would be dying soon. Kimiko nodded, tears streaming down her face. She seemed satisfied to hear that she too would die. Kimiko stood in the hallway, waiting for Dai to fill the first part of the news before the deal. Dai spoke to me when she was sure the captain was far enough away that she would overhear it. I'm assuming she's just going to close the doors and then take out the oxygen again.
I told you to use Melody!
You did? I couldn't.
Yeah, well, you've made my life way more difficult than it needs to be. Kimiko cannot lose. She cannot die.
May I ask why? Why do you say that? Dining Hall is now on lockdown. Kimiko furiously beat furiously on the other side of the door, screaming at the top of her lungs.
Die! You promised! Hold on, I'm coming!
Well, that's, there's no point. The pummeling on the door intensified in frequency and volume, but I knew she was never going to reach me in time.
Sorry, I liked you, but the captain is my #1 priority.
We still haven't learned out why. Oxygen levels in the dining hall reaching critical level. So this is how she was going to kill us. Okay. I gasped, no longer able to fill my lungs with a single breath. I became lightheaded, and the room shifted and tilted around me like I was in a house of mirrors. Kimiko's passionate banging started to fade. I fought to keep my eyes open, but they were so heavy.
Tisk. I expected so much more from you. Die like a man.
So I'm assuming if we went for Katashi, Katashi being brought in at any point just kills us at all of us. Well, no, because Shizuka's logic is broken simply for the fact that no matter what, 4 people who were in the previous round would have still went in. So the logic is flawed. So technically we shouldn't have been found out anyway. Because if the captain went with Beatrix, then boom, that's still pair going in. Because Shizuka herself took in Melody. If I went with Katashi went in. Boom. So no matter which way this plays out, Shizuka's logic is broken, and she should not have gotten the right answer. Not without a 50-50 guess. I mean, it's fair enough she wouldn't have betrayed Katashi's, loyalty, I guess. But it still doesn't, change the fact that... Anyway, I've died. You've hit a soft lock. Mail route Kimiko timeline. You're not able to... Okay, what was that? I was reading that. Hold on, I'll just return. Load. I need a... What was that say? Well, okay. Alright, this is getting ridiculous. God! Damn it. Right. I'll do it. I'll just spam through this time. Right.
Give me.
So this is the first soft lock we ever had, right? Right. Until you put another timeline unlocking this one. Okay. So this one can be Vladimir's death. So it does go further. Don't jump. Jump. Your death. Okay. So we have to go back to Bidding Wars. I don't recall these going down as far as they did, but okay. So we need to prevent Vladimir or myself from losing.
Is everyone in agreement?
Yes. Yep. Okay, cool. Sure. Let's go with this. Nice, we tied.
Tie. Woo!
Okay. Can you feel the tension? No, it's amazing.
Let's Team A, you are up again. Please follow.
Okay, let's go. What are we gonna?
Your 5 minutes stop.
A tie isn't ideal, but it could be worse.
Yeah, true.
Options are the following.
Vladimir with 3. Let's go.
Maybe I put the money on the wrong horse.
Guys.
I know.
Let's move
Right,
on to
we're only
round
missing about
3
two.
then. Team. Your
I know. Here are
Sure, why not?
Congratulations, Team A!
we
And
go.
that means
Right, I'm so sorry. Oh, is it Beatrix dying? That's
No.
interesting. Oh no, it's Nicholas dying.
I can't have lost.
Oh no, it's Beatrix dying. Okay, interesting. Beatrix left from a chair, pointing at a team.
You guys screwed me.
now, Trixie. No one likes a sore loser.
Yeah.
This isn't fair.
Neither is us dying when, well, us dying alone at least.
Beatrix. I'm sorry. No one.
Nicholas became desperate as his sister was now said to be executed.
What if we swap places? I'll die. I volunteer.
This is a new sprite for Nicholas.
No, you can't.
I will. If it'll save you.
Nope, not swapsies. Sorries!
Yep. That's one constant between all the timelines is die does not swap out people.
But I want to.
Well, let's hope Nicholas doesn't blame us for this because it's kind of our fault that Beatrix is dead.
Well, you can't. Rules are rules. And besides, this coupon is good for 1 Beatrix. No substitutions allowed.
Interestingly, this means Vladimir has survived 2 rounds for the first time. Beatrix was glaring at her whole team and had turned her anger onto the rest of us as well.
I'm a medic. What will you do if we're both gone, huh?
But you're both not going though.
You can't get by without us.
Yes, but one of you. I felt bad for Beatrix. It wasn't like we had taken a vote to decide to kill her. She just lost the game. That could have happened to any of us. If anything, it just means that neither her or her or Nicholas were the team captains. So I'm assuming Katashi was to keep Melody safe.
This isn't fair.
That's new. Yep.
Yawn. How many times are you gonna say that?
It's gonna be our last breath.
It is fair, sister. So suck it up and spin that wheel.
It's gonna be, we're gonna miss you, Beatrix. First time you died in this series. Dai's big wheel of death appeared as suggested to it.
Come on, give it a spin.
I can't touch it, you moron.
I like the fight.
And you never will, with that negative attitude. Don't worry, Trixie. I'll spin it for you.
Okay, what are you gonna get? Dai reached and pretended to grab the wheel and spin it. It flashed and changed colors as it span, blurring so we couldn't read the options as they passed the indicator.
Whoops. Looks like I pushed a little too hard. It may never stop spinning at this rate.
How do you mean she gets to stay alive, doesn't it?
How about you tell me when to stop and I grab it?
Beatrix was sitting back down, glaring daggers at Dai, and not saying anything.
No? Geez, awkward. Guess we'll just have to wait.
I wouldn't mind waiting. It's a few extra seconds of surviving. The wheel must have spun for 2 minutes before it finally started to slow down.
Ooh, here we are. Will you just look at some of these exciting options? Can't wait to see where we end up.
Where are we going to end up? The wheel slowed down again and Dai pulled more and more ludicrous, surprised faces. Like she wasn't in control of the whole thing.
And the winner is
What's it going to be?
poison.
Toxic thing for a toxic person.
Huh. That's actually kind of boring. But rules are rules. And what do we do when there's rules, Nicholas?
You can just say break them, right?
Not break them.
Is this... I'm confused.
You got it, handsome.
Di pointed dramatically at the door.
To the medical bay.
Oh, she's gonna make Nicholas do this? None of us had any choice but to follow her out of the corridor.
Beatrix, I'm so sorry.
She's gonna complain about how a lot good sorry does that.
Yeah, you keep saying.
She won't let me swap. But maybe there's some other way.
Nicholas, don't do anything stupid. In the face of Nicholas's desperation, Beatrix suddenly mellowed. For once, I saw the older sister come out in a...
I never thought I'd say this, but I think maybe we can't win this one, little brother.
No! No! There has to be something we can...
Nicholas, there isn't.
I mean, there's something I can do, but it'll take a couple of deaths and a couple of timelines.
Will you look at that? I'm actually being the reasonable one.
Who knew? It only took your imminent death. Nicholas started to plead with Di, bargaining for his sister's life.
Die? Die, this isn't right. Why can't we?
Nicholas.
I'll die. Right now, right here. I'll find a way to...
I think if you did that, Di would kill Beatrix anyway.
I agree. I don't think suicide will solve anything.
They're right. Nicholas, little brother, no suicide. I forbid it.
Here we are.
Okay. Well, I think we'll have to find out how this exactly goes next time. It's been an interesting ride so far, so hopefully you had fun, because I know I have. I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.